Hello, Jason here, and in this final video on Facebook fan pages, I'm going to show you how to do a couple things as far as format goes and give you some HTML swipes, or some FBML swipes, I should say, so that way you can just plug these in. Okay, so for example, if you want to put testimonials on your page or you want to put anything that looks like this, I'm going to give you that code. I'm also going to give you the code for how, not resources, let me get rid of that because I reformatted that, but products. You might want to call them resources or whatever, but I'm going to show you how to make these headlines, body text if you want it there, and how to make your product titles clickable, so you could recommend a whole list of resources. For example, let me just give you an idea. I do the same thing on my blog at jmvlad.com, and you will see here, once I shrink this, see how I have on the right hand side content creation, and there's a list of 4 things: membership site, training 2, traffic, so on and so forth. It's the same concept. It's the same concept here. See how I even have the same stars and everything over there? So I'm going to show you how to do that, give you some swipes, so you can literally just copy this and then just change the headlines, change any body text if you want to, and also either make the links clickable like this or make them clickable like this. So you have the title and say click here. So you have either choice on that one. Finally, I'll also show you how you can make your own squeeze page. And actually that should be headline 1 for squeeze page, headline 2. Let me fix that real quickly. Okay, there we go. Headline 1 for squeeze page, headline 2 for squeeze page, and then how you can put your form code there, put your name and email, sign up below. It's a little squeeze page thing that you can get, so you can put a free gift in there, whatever. Okay, and I'll show you a couple other tips for formatting as well, and some stuff. Okay, so one of the files that you're going to get with this package is called FBML shortcuts. All right, so when you download that, you can rock and roll. Okay, I have all the shortcuts here, so you literally copy and paste and then change them. Now the first thing you're going to want to notice here, says no, always use the code below starting from style to /style and put it at the top of each entry. This is how your content gets formatted based on the styles that are assigned. Okay, and just to give you an idea of that, you see this one here, headline 1 for squeeze page, headline 2 for squeeze page, put your name and email in the form below. You'll see how I have style here all the way down to start of email opt-in. This is where we actually start writing it. Okay, and it's easy to reference, by the way, because at the end of this, when you copy and paste this in there, there's a little note, put all content below this note. So what you're going to do is copy all of this from style up here down to put all content below this note, and this will give you attributes. So for example, notice how, let's go back here. Notice how just when I want to make my headline, where it says put your headline or headlines here, I just have to do an H1 tag, what they call an H1 tag, which stands for the first header. And that will pull the information from my style sheet above here that I've embedded, where it says H1. First of all 4 of the headlines have this attribute. They're bold, they're centered automatically, they're this text, they have this letter spacing, and each letter is capitalized, no matter if you capitalize it or not. Okay, and then headline 1 specifically has this font size, this line height, it's centered too, all of them are centered. Color, you can change the color here if you wish to any color that you want. You just have to know the 6-digit number on that one. And then margin bottom. So you could literally change these and tweak these around if you want to make the formatting different. And see, headline 2, for example, is a little bit smaller. It's 24 pixels instead of 28. It's got a line height of 28 instead of 34, and it's got a red color, which is 990000. Okay, so that's how I get that format there. So we pop back over there. This will also give you the format automatically. How I said order start. This is where it says to, hey, make a box like this, right? So again, if you wanted to tweak any of that stuff, you just find where it says order start up here in the style, and you will see order start. It says make the width 76% of the page. Margin left and right are auto, meaning it will center it automatically. The border in this case is 3 pixels dashed. The border color is this. The border background is this, and this is the padding. So that way, within the border, it doesn't run up against the border, right? It's got some padding, so to speak. So that way, see how we have it padded in here. So if I actually had text written here, it wouldn't go to the end. It would go about right here. So, okay, and again, you can tweak those if you want to. I recommend you just keep them the way they are. Okay. And then it says put your email in below here. This is another little piece of code that you literally just copy, but it's the order close. So again, this is 74% of this, okay? So it's like 3/4 of the bigger box, and this bigger box is 3/4 of the page in width. And again, you change all that stuff, okay? But you want to put the style sheet at the top because we give little pieces of direction if you don't know what CSS is. That basically says, hey, this is this division, okay? We want it to have this formatting, so all we got to do is put this one piece of code, and then when we're done with that, we put a slash div tag down here. But it basically just says make this centered, make this have that dash, and all that stuff without having to do it each time, okay? So you see headline 1 for squeeze page, headline 2 for squeeze page. You literally enter these P's, and by the way, these P's are important because they're paragraph tags. They will make it so there's 2 returns after after some text, right? If you just hit 2 returns, it's not going to show up. You got to have that P tag because it says start a new paragraph. That's what that means. Okay, so I could put in more content up here above, right here before it goes to div ID order close. I could put in more content and it would show up below headline 2 before this box inside of it. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, and then after that, let's go actually back to here so you can see this div ID order close. This is where I have put your name and email and below. Of course, you can change this. It's in an I tag and a slash I tag, which just simply stands for italics. You could put bullet point lists here if you wish to. You can put a product image here if you wish to. All kinds of stuff. But I'll give you some codes for product, how to put images in later. So you could put more than just a piece of text here. You could put, like I said, bullet points or images or whatever, right? And then you put your order form code here. Okay, so in the shortcut that I give you, because that shortcut is down here, and you get this whole thing, email opt-in squeeze page, you just change this headline 1, headline 2. If you want to put any additional information down here under div order close, you put that there, then you just take this out and paste in your order form code. Now the one thing is, for some reason with FBML language, it doesn't read things exactly like an HTML does. So if your code goes outside of the white box, as you see here, sometimes for certain codes it will go like down here or even all the way down here. If that's the case, it's very easy to fix that. See these BRs, these stands for line breaks. Just put more. Where I have 4 BRs right here, if you put more BRs there, it will give the white box more space. And just put enough in there so that way your form code fits in there nicely. Okay, but that's how you do that one. But the point is, in any case, when you create any new FBML app, make sure to start with the style, copy that all the way down to put all contents below that. Okay, so here's another one. Product listing shortcut. You could use this one if you wish to. And it has, these are notes, by the way. These will never show up on the page, but they're there for your own notes, so you know when you start stuff and when you close stuff out or whatever, right? So this is an H1 tag. It's just this first product category to make it a bigger header. If I change this to H2 or H3, this one and this one, or if I change this to H3 and H3, it'll have a different headline. Okay, so it'll have a slightly smaller headline. It'll be a different color slightly. And in some cases, whatever, right? So you can mess around with those if you want to. If you want to put body text in here describing these categories of products, you can, or not. You could just delete that. And then start here. This stands for unordered list, and this stands for list object. So this is how, and again, the CSS tells it, hey, put a star here and put it so it's indented, etc., right? Because if we look at the page here and we go to products, you'll see how I have it so where it says, indent this, make this a bullet point, and all that good stuff, right? There we go. Okay, so see how I have that text there, and these are all bullet points? That's great. Now the only thing you really have to change is obviously besides the headline right here and besides this text is you got to put the title of the product you're recommending, and then you have to put your affiliate URL right here where it says your affiliate url.com. Replace that with your actual affiliate ID URL, and then put the title of the headline there for the product that you want to promote, or the title of the product itself. And you do that with each of these. If you want to make it so it's clickable, then you just put the title of the product here, you put your URL here, and then you put something like click here or click here now or whatever, right? And that's how you do that one. I mean, that's pretty simple, right? So that's it. The other thing is with the testimonial box, this one you just have to put a headline here for the testimonial or however you want to use that box, and then just put whatever content that you want to put in. And then in this case, you got to use two line breaks to have a space. For some reason, the block quotes don't support the p tags with FBML, so you just put two BRs, and then you're done. You can format this. You can use that for more than a testimonial box, by the way. Some other shortcut codes I want to show you. If you want to highlight any text, like a yellow marker highlight, just copy this, and then where it says here's how you highlight text, replace that with whatever text you want to highlight, okay? If you want to have a link open up in a new window instead of the same window, you're going to actually put the URL.com, okay? So you're going to actually put the full URL there, right? http:// the URL.com there. And then this target underscore blank just says, hey, open this up in a new window, okay? And so then you would put the link, whatever you want the link there, to be the anchor text. You put that there. And then real quickly again, this is the biggest headline, second biggest headline, third biggest headline. Just replace these things with your headline. Okay, if you want to center an image, then use this code. Start with p-align equals center image source and put where your image is located on the internet. So you got to upload your image somewhere. Then you get that URL and you put it in there. Okay, if you want your image on the right side, and let me give you an example of what that looks like. So I have this one on, shoot, maybe I don't have it anymore. Because I had the stuff on the about page or the bio page here, but let me just show you what that looks like. So I just did this, took the same about information. See, this is an image on the left hand side. See how the text wraps around it, which I think is a great thing, right? If you want to put an image and have text wrap around it so it just goes to the left hand side in Facebook, and the fan pages, it's very simple. You just put, if you want your image on the left hand side, use this code, image source equals, this is where your image URL goes, so place that in there wherever your image is located on the internet, and then just this is class equals image left, so that tells it to put it on the left, right? If you want that image on the right side, then it's the same thing, only it says class equals image right, and then again you just put your URL image in there. So you could literally create stuff where you have images just like I showed you over here, where there's one on the left, there's one on the right, one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the left, right? And if you want center again, I show you that too as well. Where it says want to center an image, use this code. Okay, so you literally could do this with any FBL stuff and then just replace the stuff with your own text, but just make sure again to put all content below this note up to style, select all this and paste this in to each box, because that's what it looks like here. You know, I have the style at the beginning of each of these boxes so it can do all that fancy stuff. Okay, then hit save changes, make sure to add it to tab and do all that other stuff while I showed you how to use the FBML, and you're good to go.